Good morning. Today we are recognizing Memorial Day, and as such we are going to be talking about our losses and our memories of our loved ones. I wanted to share with you this story, Lifetimes, because it is one of my favorite books about death and loss. And actually I've built an entire section of our library around death and loss over the last year because I believe that this is one of the most important topics that doesn't get talked about enough outside of QUUF, that we have a really special way of addressing here. I know that death and loss are really hard and heavy topics. They can be hard to talk about for ourselves, and they can be hard to share with our family and our friends about how we're feeling. So this story is about cycles and the reality of the beginnings and the endings and the in-betweens of our lives. And I am honored to be able to share this story with you today in talking about death and in recognizing Memorial Day, this really special time in our lives to remember those we have lost. So this is Lifetimes by Bryan, Mellonie, and Robert. There is a beginning and an ending for everything that is alive. In between, that's living. All around us, everywhere, beginnings and endings are going on all the time. And in between is living. And this is true for all living things. For plants, for people, for birds, for fish, for trees, for animals. Even for the tiniest insect. Nothing that is alive goes on living forever. How long it lives depends upon what it is and what happens while it's alive. Sometimes living things become ill or they get hurt. Mostly, of course, they get better again, but there are times when they are so badly hurt or they are so ill that they die because they can no longer stay alive. This can happen when they are young or old or anywhere in between. This is sad, and it is the way of living things, and it is true for everything that is alive, for plants, for people, for birds, for fish, for trees, for animals, even for the tiniest insect. And there are lots of living things in our world, and each one has its own special lifetime. Trees that are tall and strong grow slowly, standing in the sunshine and the rain. Some of them live for hundreds of years or more. And that is their lifetime. Rabbits and mice, they grow in only a few weeks. They go on to live for just a year or two, crunching up carrots and nibbling at cheese until they grow old and very tired, and it's their time to die. This is how it happens to be for rabbits and mice. It is the way they live, and it's their lifetime. Flowers and vegetables, planted as seeds in the spring when the earth is warm, grow quickly to live through the heat of the summer. And then the days pass, and they become old during autumn when it is cooler. And then when winter comes and it is cold, they die. It is the way they live, and that is their lifetime. Butterflies live as butterflies for only a few weeks. Once they have dried their wings, they flutter and flit from leaf to flower. And at first they are bright and quick, but as time passes, they begin to slow down until finally they can go no further. They rest for a while, and then they die. That is the way butterflies live, and that is their lifetime. Birds grow quite quickly too. It is often no more than a few months from the time they hatch until they are strong enough to fly and feed themselves. How long they live after that seems to depend on their size. Mostly, the bigger they are, the longer they will be alive. And that is the way birds live. For some, as long as 50 years, and others no more than 2 or 3. But however long, it is their lifetime for each one. Fish, swimming in lakes and rivers or in the sea, can be so tiny it is hard to tell that they are there at all, or so big that the only way to describe them is enormous. Again, as far as we know, it seems that the smaller they are, the shorter will be their lifetime. But that is how it is for fish. Their lives can be as little as a day or so, or as long as 80 or 90 years. It is the way they live, and those are their lifetimes. And people? Well, like everything else that is alive, people have lifetimes too. They live for 80 or 90 years, sometimes even longer, doing all the things that people do, like growing up and being grown up. It can happen, though, just as it does with all other living things, that people become ill or they get hurt. Mostly, of course, they get better again, such as when you get a splinter. There are times when they are so badly hurt, or they are so ill, that they die. It is sad, and it is how it is for people. It is the way they live, and it is their lifetime. So no matter how long they are, or how short, lifetimes are really all the same. They have beginnings, they have endings, and there's living in between. I am so lucky to live this in-between with you. I know sometimes life can be uneasy and sad, but know that I am here for you and that we are here for you. Because what makes life so special is the time we spend together in this in-between.